Hey y'all, welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expanded point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. So we're doing Inkanyamba reading today. Happy Monday, y'all. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I know so many things are changing in people's lives, like everybody is experiencing a certain change of timing, even like things are going faster. And whatever is happening, please just understand that like that's not the end of the story. So if you're at the part of your story where it's like, oh my God, things are looking down and whatever, there's still so much that's gonna happen. Like, just wait, there's more. Okay, cool. Nganyamba. Today we're going to talk about the expansion of consciousness through emotions when it comes to Inkanyamba. So this is actually such an important reading for me because it's information that I also find quite fascinating, right? When I came across it or when I got the download or the transmission, whatever. So I'm very happy to share it with you guys. So before you get to the stage like Inkanyamba, but to be honest, for a lot of people, even throughout the Nzunza stage, you're very much in the duality of emotions. Yeah, sort of. When Nzunza, it's like you go in and out of duality. That's in Nzunza. Nzunza, you have access to a non-dual state of mind or a non-dual state of consciousness, but you go back and forth between duality and non-duality. And it's because duality is not bad. It's just that at some point you discover a state of being that humans tend to prefer, which is a non-dual state of being. Like, once you've tasted that, there's no going back. Simply because it's less drama, and a lot of people are looking for less drama type of thing. But then Nzunza sometimes likes the excitement of the drama, and it's because they have all the tools to navigate the drama, so they like to, like be showing their skills type of thing. But Inkanyamba has this thing where the thing is, there tends to be an expansion of emotions, where we're not even calling it non-dual anymore. It's literally an expansion where you're not just working between sad or happy or angry, or I don't know, happy or guilty, like whatever it is, it's no longer or. You're able to feel the base, ne? Mofika stage Senkanyamba. The base of your emotions. Everything comes from a place in which you adore yourself. And not just adore yourself, but this has translated into a state of being where you appreciate the matrix, even. You appreciate the game of life because you have found your place within that game. It's hard to appreciate the matrix or your place in the game when you still don't know where you fit in and you feel lost and you feel like food and all of that. But once you find your place within what people call the matrix, maybe I should also just say that I know everybody talks about leaving the matrix and like getting out of the matrix. When you get to the stage of Inkanyamba, you realize it's all the matrix. What people call leaving the matrix is just a higher frequency state of the matrix, and anybody that tells you about leaving the matrix is lying. I'm sorry, I know that's probably bad news to some people. I know some people are gonna be in the comments being like, yeah, just because you don't know, just because you haven't left the matrix. Okay, cool. I see you. It's cool. Cool. Yeah, you write me a letter from outside. You tell me what the fuck that is, because let me tell you. There's just higher states of being where people call outside of the matrix, but njengoba ngisho akuna outside of the matrix. But masisi in the matrix is because people are referring to a lower vibrational state of being. But okay, let's put that aside so that we don't argue. Cool, sharp. So like I said, when you're in the lower vibrational states of consciousness, you are not in a place where you feel home type of thing. But when you finally embody your Inkanyamba, or embody is what I will call it, when you embody that state of consciousnness, that is Inkanyamba, which is a completely sort of like, I would call it, yeah, it's a state of flow and a state of freedom. I don't know what else to call it except that. It's a state of flow. It's a state of flow. And what I mean by flow is that you no longer see the universe or anything that happens as something that happens to you and or against you or anything like that. You understand how whatever is happening, this is gonna sound so weird, it is you. It's literally you, just in another set of frequencies. But it's you, because you are you in this set of frequency where you're a person and you have blood and bones and you're in matter. But the thing is, this whole universe is filled with different states of you. And yes, I understand that that can sound very out there to some people, but I promise you, this is something that you will understand at some point at a very like visceral level, like where experientially, basically, you will understand this experientially. I think last time there was a time when I told you guys, even this feeling of we're all connected, like, it's just a cool thing to say in New Age spirituality, but at a stage in Kanyamba, you understand that experientially. So, yeah, when you are operating on that state of in that state of frequency, where your self-awareness is up to a level where your self-love overflows, and therefore love for the all, or at least understanding for the all, your emotions or your set of emotions that you can play with get to expand. I had this conversation with a friend of mine where I was talking to her and I was like, oh, I feel violent today. And she interpreted that as like, I want to fight, or maybe that I'm not in a happy state or whatever, but it wasn't that at all. There's a state of being where joy is the base of every single one of your emotions. So like love is the base of every single one of your emotions. So even when you're angry, because I know people think that at a higher frequency state of living, you don't feel anger or you don't feel sadness. No, you do. But your base is love. Your base is joy. You can't help it based on your understanding and the way in which you perceive, or the way in which you understand reality, the way in which you go about being allows for that to be in that way, where the base is love, the base is joy. So even when you're angry, even when you're sad, it's really weird. It's like, yeah, but I'm good. Like, yeah, this thing happened and I'm sad, but sadness is just no longer this thing that happens to people who are experiencing bad luck or something like that. You understand that it's something that happens everywhere in the universe. Sometimes that happens. But because of how you've grounded yourself within the reality, the base is joy. So even when I feel violence, I'm very joyous about my violence. And that's why even when I feel violent, my violence doesn't necessarily have to destroy. It can, because even when I want to destroy, I feel happy. When I want to create, I feel joyful. When I want to dismantle, I feel joyful. When I want to put things together, when I want to commune, when I want to co-create, it's all from the same place, from a state of joy. If I want to express rage, it's from a place of joy. Joy how? Then joy of self, joy of understanding self, joy of being aware of self. A lot of you guys ebahamba nenkanyamba ne, or that will one day embody the state of Inkanyamba to its fullness. You have this perception ukuthi people are, there's certain people who don't like you, especially in your families. There's people that who have been jealous of your light, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Now let me tell you what it is that you hold that people want so much. Love is not an emotion. Love is a state of consciousness. It is a state of being. Monenkanyamba, you are born with this state of consciousness. You are born in it. You are born with it. You are born as it. And that's what people are looking at you about. Some of you think, oh, they're jealous because of my job, because I got so much money. Some of you ain't even got money, but the hate's still coming. And that's because of this state of consciousness, love. Everybody else is feeling love as an emotion, which is not love at its fullest, at its wholeness, at its highest frequency. That's at its imitation stage. You'll notice that these people are very, very shocked at how it is you are how you are. That's why you're able to, even when someone does something bad to you, you're able to wait and allow nature to take its course. They could never do that. If they feel like you've done something bad for them, they will get you back. They will do a tit for tat, something that makes them feel better right now about what you did, and you don't even know you did that because you were just being you. But they took that as an attack on them and therefore have to make you feel small in order for them to feel big again. The reason why a lot of that goes right past you and you don't even see it, all you see is it's negative energy, is because you're in a constant state of love. And there's gonna be a time where you tap into that to such a scale where your base is always joy, is always love, because you've tapped into that. Right now, the reason why you may not feel what I'm saying, the state of consciousness that is love, is because you've spent a long time trying to be accepted and trying to be loved by the people around you who do not have the same template as you, who don't have Inkanyamba template or any other template that allows love to be a state of consciousness that is embodied. Instead, you tried your best to forsake how you are because you found yourself strange. Some of you found yourself weak. Some of you found yourselves different, and you wanted to change that so much. And the way in which you did that was to watch how others were being, and you tried to imitate that. And by doing that, you traveled very far from yourself. You traveled very far from your truest state of being. But love as a state of consciousness cannot be lost. No one can take it away from you. It's there, just waiting for you. your truest sense of self cannot be taken away from you. It's there, just waiting for you to make the same journey you made walking away, to make that same journey back. And that's what you guys are doing. And that's why I'm doing these videos for you, because it turns out that a lot of you turned around and you're coming back to yourself, to this state of being where the base, the foundation is love, not as an emotion, because that's fleeting. That's when you need to be in a relationship to feel love, or that's when you need to be pointing fingers at your parents and how they didn't love you properly, because what you're hungry for, what you're wanting for, is love as an emotion. But you need to understand that the reason also why you're so upset is because inside you is a blueprint of love as a state of consciousness. And because you came into a world where you didn't find that here, because a lot of the people around you were operating at a lower vibration than the one that you were born into and born with, you adapted. And there's nothing wrong with that. You didn't sin by doing that. You didn't even sin against yourself. You didn't do anything wrong. It was a natural state of happenings that did that. It had to do with you understanding the human condition. It had to do with you understanding your surroundings, and almost even being an expert at not only that which you are not, but that which they are. And because that was always going to bring you closer to what you truly are. That was always going to make you want. That in the end was always going to make you crave for that which you truly are. Some of you hid your true templates because it was dangerous around you. Like, it was a lot of people that were maybe in the family had jealous feelings of your parents or even of you growing up. People that would have actually hurt you, type of thing. It doesn't have to be physically. It can be it can be literally by like throwing these negative things at you, to the point where, because guys, you'd be shocked, hey, at the things that someone can wish for you just because your energy has reflected to them that they are not the best that they could be, that they have so much potential, and yet they choose to operate at a lower vibration. And instead of working on themselves, they will instead get so upset and so angry at you that they will throw this shadowy energy at you. And because when you have the energy Inkanyamba, you encompass the all. What happens is that those spaces are there inside you. So what happens is, when someone throws an energy of self-doubt at you, you have the template of the all. So it will find a place in you. It will find a place in you of doubt, and then you will kind of help that energy grow, type of thing, from your lack of self-awareness, from your immaturity, but also from your need to learn, also from your need to study the dimension in which you now find yourself. And later rising from that. So nothing has happened to you that was not supposed to happen. Everything was literally for your benefit, and you will one day understand that. A lot of you have started the process of death in terms of the person you are not. A lot of you have started the process of death in terms of the persona you had taken on within this dimension. And what I mean by that is that this avatar, this person that you had always seen yourself as, it's almost as if you've started to understand or admit that this is not who I am. Like, this is not me. And you have started taking steps through self-awareness or through remembering yourself, through being able to observe yourself, through being able to witness yourself. You've started the process of letting go or detaching from that version of yourself. And so, like I said, walking back to this state of being and state of consciousness that involves a base of joy and a base of love. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. If the reading resonated, should I pull some? Yeah, let's pull some oracle. Excuse me. Zanne, no oracle, Nyana. I mean, I felt like what else is there to say, but clearly there's a bit more to say. I know that some of you don't feel it because sometimes, especially an energy of such an entity, it's very overwhelming, but I'm telling you, you're in a good place. Yeah, like, boo, risk it. Risk it all. Like, risk being a person outside of the person that you've built over the last 10 years. Risk breaking your own rules. Risk being outside of yourself. I used to date a guy that used to say that to me. He used to say something like, I mean, it doesn't matter because, I mean, it didn't work, so. But he used to say something like, in order to, like, balance things out with me or make sure that we're okay, he goes outside of himself, which means to say he does things that he doesn't normally do within his normal habits. Do you get what I mean? Like, and that's what some of y'all need to do in order to get back with this aspect of yourself. Inkanyamba. You're really having to, and it's not gonna end up like me and this guy. It's gonna work out. Yours is gonna work out. He was not doing anything like that. He just wanted me to think that. But for you, you really need to. You need to go outside of yourself, outside of this idea you have of yourself. Some of you are scared of certain emotions because you think that the emotions that you choose contribute to you being good and being a good person. And if only you knew what good is, you will know one day. Good is not whatever society has told you is good. But it's really hard to explain, isn't it? Good is flow. That's what good is. And flow will bring you closer to Inkanyamba yako. Flow will bring you closer to the state of being in which I speak of in this reading. And the reason why you're not afraid of emotions that kind of feel like this card, it feels kind of dark and like whatever, is because the base is joy. The base is love. So you're not scared when you're feeling kind of dark, when you're feeling kind of violent. You know you're not going to burn a village. And if you did, see, I don't want to go there because that's hard to explain. Let's not go there. But yeah, I hope you guys like kind of catch my drift. Like, I'm sure as we go along, I'll be able to explain more and more and more, right? And also understand, vele angwazi ukuthi ngivele phahlu, yonke into, whatever. A lot of the stuff I tell you is supposed to open other avenues for you to find certain answers for yourself. In this road, in this journey, you're never going to reach where you want to reach just by whatever I'm saying. I just give you the intro. I just give you the direction, or I just, do you get what I'm saying? And then that is meant to awaken something in you that then pulls the full message for you. Okay, then. Now, for real, that is what I have for you guys today. And if you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. Later, y'all.